Grand Risings. All right, so Cameron, sometimes you are a social chameleon. So what that means is you'll change what you'll say depending on who is around. The topic will be different, the attitude will be different, the tone will be different depending on who is in the room and whatever they're projecting, like whatever emotions they're projecting. For example, yesterday I was looking at this property with the buyer, and his mom was in the car, and he was out of town. So I'm on the phone with him, and his mom is saying, "Oh, you shouldn't get this property. It's probably one of the worst decisions in your life." And I'm agreeing with her. Actually, I'm saying like, yeah, I wouldn't even sell you this property. You get this, you need to make sure you put some security cameras up. Um, have that fire on you when you go to the door. People around here are looking crazy, seeming like they want to fight just for driving through the neighborhood. And so I was like, basically like leaning towards her side because I guess she was more powerful, or it seemed like she was the decision maker, even though it was his money. But after, well, you don't know, but after I got off the phone, got out of the car with his parents, I started talking to him, just me and him, and he was like, yeah, I hear what they're saying, and you know how it is in Atlanta. Everything is about to be bought up, especially if it's inside the perimeter. It's going to be, can't even afford anything. Now, it's going to get even more expensive later. Which I agree with him, because that's what's been happening, and no foreseeable market crash. So with him, he was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, well, you should buy it then, because you want it and you want to make moves with it. But the thing is, when I was in the car, I wasn't saying that. Because I was like, I could hear his mom talking in the background while I'm on the phone with him with my headphones in. And what she's saying is influencing what I'm saying next. And I don't like that, because I want to be the same person no matter who's around. No matter if it's one person or if it's 100 people and they disagree with what I believe should be doing. Because that's integrity. To be able to be the same person, no matter if the person next to you doesn't like you or doesn't like what you're saying. That's integrity. And that has to come first. It should come first. It must come first. So that was an important lesson on like my relationship with myself. It seems like I put it below my relationship with his mom, and she's not even the one who's buying the place. She's not even really the one who has any power. Well, she has real power. She has leverage because she's his mom, but he's actually the decision maker. And in that conversation, he showed himself to be the decision maker after he stood up to her by saying, I've been thinking on my own, and this is what I'm going to do. So he had his own thoughts about the situation, and that's him making an independent choice. So I was the one providing the service to him, should have leaned towards him. But unfortunately, I had already let myself get involved in the emotions of his parents, because when they got there, we were supposed to go into the unit, and they were so put off, disgusted by the neighborhood, they didn't even want to open the door. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just not going to open the door. When really I should have just stayed focused. Because, again, they're not my clients. They're just here in his stead. They're just here as his people, put some eyes on the place. Should have just went in there, checked the place out, and then made an opinion, made a call after that. But I let myself get swept up into their negativity. So that's my bad on my part. And that type of stuff is what prevents me from closing the deals. It's like these people influence me when they don't even have any power. And just be like, oh, well, I'm gonna just go their way. But I think that just comes from always being in like a powerless position for not all the time, and actually not always, but just never like working through moving out of that position naturally. So that's why I'm having these issues, because I'm not in enough of these situations to just share my love and keep moving forward and roll through the BS which pops up, like what happened yesterday. That BS was their negativity about the neighborhood stopped me from completing my job, which is why I went out there, which was to show the unit. So the main thing is letting someone else's BS slow me down and slow my roll, when what I gotta do is recognize, have the perception, judge it for what it truly is, and then overcome it and see what's on the other side of it. Because we could have seen the unit. He probably would have liked it because he wanted it anyway. He wanted it anyways. He would have bought it. Enough said. Like, enough said. I just don't like, the social chameleon thing. I don't like the social chameleon thing because it's not, I'm not doing it in a way that benefits me in the end. I'm doing it in a way that benefits these other people who don't care about me. They don't care who I am. They don't care if I disagree with them. They care about their son. And I'm like, I'm not that or any way related to them at all. I'm only related to them through their son. So what I say to him, it could be the same, it could be different. It doesn't matter if it's different. It just needs to be what I would say, not what they would say. And I faltered on that. So that's not good. I have to stand up to people, even if they're 2 feet away from me or 1 feet away from me, and control myself. Don't let others control me, which is what happened. I let others control me. And I don't like that, because it's fake. It's not the real me. Yeah. Okay. We'll get to the day. Make it happen. Learn this lesson. This is a valuable one.